I'm scrapping under the influence. It's been a busy week. I was at Doodlebug last weekend, and then literally today is like the first time I've been able to come downstairs for more than 5 minutes. So I haven't put anything away. It's a disaster up in here. But I just wanted to hop on really quick and do a quick video and show you guys some of the fun stuff we did at Doodlebug over the weekend, and some of the cool projects, and show you one I'm going to get started on here hopefully this afternoon, which I will also record and upload later. So let's take a look. Okay, so normally Susie West does these she does crop events like all over the country, but her Doodlebug ones are just amazing. All of her events are amazing, but the Doodlebug ones are just really cool because you get to do it at Doodlebug headquarters here in Salt Lake. You know, Cynthia, the owner of Doodlebug, is always there, and she is one of the sweetest people I think I know. She's just amazing. But they always decorate it cute, and you know, if you follow me on Facebook, there were a ton of pictures on Facebook. I honestly completely forgot I have Instagram now for the blog that never gets touched, because I'm trying to move it away from the blog itself to more, you know, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, just because honestly that's a little easier than doing the blog posts. The blog posts are fun and all, but they seem to just take a ton of time, and it just it really just drives me crazy. But so normally, you know, when you go in and you go to your spot, Susie has these awesome little trays at your spot, and these are so fun. You get to take them home, but they collapse down so that they fit like in your craft bag or whatever, and they're amazing. And you know, my husband actually has stolen a couple of these from me and uses them with some of his stuff, because they're that cool. But she couldn't get them this time, so instead we got these adorable caddies. And I mean, when it was at our spot, you know, it was like cute. There was like green paper shred in here, and there was popcorn, or caramel popcorn, that Cynthia's sister made for us that was to die for. It was just, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. And just, you know, some little snacks and that kind of thing. But they always will give us just some fun little treats in the boxes, or well, usually on the little trays. But this time we got Doodle Pops, and I think I had a second one, and I'm not sure if I stuck it in my bag, which I haven't emptied yet, or if I used it on something. Really, it could have gone either way. But, you know, cute Doodle Pops, cute Halloween buttons, absolutely adorable ribbon. I love this ribbon. The ribbon is just absolutely adorable. Actually, I'm going to zoom in here just a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, the ribbon is just adorable. Rub-ons, which I probably have some of these somewhere in my stash. And then a 6x6 pad of the Bouville paper, which Bouville is the line from last year that I used to make my little Halloween mini that had the shaker on the front. And it's just absolutely adorable. But let me move that out of the way. So, you know, when we got there, first thing on Friday, we got to do a make and take, sponsored by Treasured Memories, who was Susie's visiting store. They are in Southern California, and you know, they helped through the entire event. But this was our make and take, so it's a little bitty pizza box. And we got to, you know, decorate the front of it. And then there was an additional add-on kit, and then this was, you know, to put in the inside, with this cute little accordion album. And I mean, how stinking cute is this? This was designed by Kellyanne, who is the manager at Treasured Memories, and I'm drawing a complete blank on the name of the lady that owns Treasured Memories, and I feel really bad now because she's so sweet. But her manager, Kellyanne, actually designed this little accordion mini, and it was just really fun to put together and really easy. And, you know, I hadn't done an accordion style one of these in a very, very long time, and this really kind of inspired me. I think I'm gonna gonna do some more, and I might actually, because this was meant to be like glued down in the box, and I left it loose so that you could actually pull it out. But because I've got a lot of this Bouville paper still left from my project last year, I might actually add some more pages to this and make it a little bit bigger, if I have some time, which is always the key there, if I have some time. So there was that, and then we had an optional add-on. Susie always does these like add-on kits that are just really fun. There's always a layout that's exclusive to the event, and I didn't actually get a chance to work on this. I was actually working on another project most of the weekend, so I never did get around to this. But this is what the finished layout will look like, and it's just adorable, and of course uses the new, a lot of the newer Doodlebug Halloween line this year is Halloween Town is the name of it, and I actually didn't buy any of it simply because I was not quite in Halloween mode yet like I normally would be, but I will be getting it. I will be doing something with it. There is the most adorable haunted house is one of the images in the collection, and as soon as the SVG files are in Lori Whitlock's store, I'm going to make a mini album with that, and then I have one other project idea that I'm not sure if it's going to work, so I don't want to say too much in case it gets added to the craft fails pile, because, we all have one. And then this was the exclusive tag kit that you could order, that Susie also designed for the event. So tags are really fun if you haven't done a lot of tags. If you're kind of going, well, I don't know what I would do with these. They work really well, like if you're doing scrapbook layouts, which granted I don't do a ton of those, but occasionally, once in a while, I do one. But they work really well, like with scrapbook layouts, because you can put them on the layouts, and you can use the back for journaling. You can just use them as a fun decoration on there. You can use it as something, I've used them with mini albums where, you can pull it out, you can put a picture or journaling on the back of them. I've used these on cards for things. In fact, they're great for cards. One of my favorite things to do with these kind of tags, honestly, is I'll make a pocket for the back of this, because you can put a gift card on the back of this. Go ahead and cover the back with some pattern paper and put a little pocket on the back to put a gift card in it, and then just stick it in an envelope to give to somebody. And it's a little more fun than just a card. But these were really, really fun and easy, and just fun to do. And Susie cracks me up. Everything with her is about layers. So you'll see on here there is a ton of foam tape in between all of the layers on this. And this isn't even like as popped up as some of my other stuff is that we did. Our first class of the weekend, where is the rest of it, was a tag class. And this was using Doodlebug's new So Much Pun line, which it's all like food and animal puns, because I am a total sucker for that. I did a card for my husband's 40th birthday, a couple of years ago, that was donuts out of Design Space with the cricket, and it said, "Donut, tell me you're 40." So, I am all about the food puns and the animal puns and everything else, but this was our exclusive, our tag class, and I think Susie's actually selling a handful of these kits, if anybody is interested. Susie West is her name, and if you find her on Facebook, you can get signed up for her newsletter, and that's usually where she sells this kind of thing. But which one was the one that was really, really popped up? I think it was this one. Oh, how funny, I didn't pull the backings off of these to actually stick him down. How funny is that? Although I'm not surprised. So literally, like, look at all of those layers of foam tape and foam squares in there. So, I mean, this thing has some dimension to it. I mean, same thing with, this little taco one. That's one thing with Susie. I mean, yeah, like, that one's just crazy popped up. That's one thing. Susie loves the dimension, and I do too, and that's one of those things, you know, a lot of times I'll get making stuff, you know, cards especially, and I forget, like I don't think about it, I don't think it through enough, and then afterwards I go, oh, I should have popped that up. So, you know, that's one way to always, you know, make something, you know, that is still fairly simple, because I mean, you know, this is a fairly simple tag, but when you start adding the foam dots between there and, you know, adding that dimension, it really, you know, adds something to it and makes it look, you know, not necessarily better, but it gives it some more interest. So those were the tag class. And then, actually, I never even got a chance to open this, so they always, Cynthia always will come around, and we always end up with one of Doodlebug's pins, and Doodlebug makes pins of a lot of their, oh, how cute is that, of a lot of their images that they have in their various collections. And these are hard to find. Like, scrapbook stores tend to have them, but we've gotten them at every event I've gone to so far. We've gotten a pin at every event, and I actually bought 2 pins this last time that I have not unpacked yet because, like I said, it's been that kind of week. But the other class that we did was for inserts for the new traveler's notebooks that Doodlebug has come out with. These were actually announced back at CHA in January, and didn't come out until, or they just had gotten them actually last Friday, so like hours before this whole, you know, event at Doodlebug started for the weekend. And I mean, these suckers are nice. You've got all sorts of space in here to put, you know, like a passport or receipts or papers or whatnot, you know, business cards, credit cards, all kinds of stuff in there. You know, there's a little ring on here for the pens, and I mean, these are nice, heavy duty, you know, no joke, this sucker is going to hold up. But they come with one insert in there that has just blank pages in here, so you can journal, you can, you know, like, you know, I haven't really gotten too into the planners. I have a bigger one that I attempted to kind of keep up with. I didn't do well with it. But, you know, this, where it's smaller, this could fit in my purse and go with me, and, you know, as things happen or I think of things or whatever on the go, it really can go with me. And I'm actually going to do something with this because I did not get the one that matched exactly the inserts that we actually worked with at the event, but I did buy both a calendar and just the planner inserts. One of them has like a grid paper, one of them has like a dot grid. For these 2 inserts were $10. The little calendar, $5. So I mean, you know, to me that's really reasonable. I don't think that's bad at all. But I'm actually going to do something kind of, you know, inspired by what Susie had us do in the class with these, only I'm going to use that ultra adorable farm paper because I have a bunch of that left, and I have quite a few of the odds and ends and the doodle pops and whatnot that went with it. So I'm going to do something with this hopefully today. That's my goal, even though it's 2 o'clock and I have somewhere I have to be later today. But that's what I'm going to do, and get these in here and try to actually, you know, use this more than, you know, I have with most other stuff like this I've tried. But what we did for Susie's class is you had the 2 inserts. These are both go with the Hello line that came out this spring, and she had they had planners that were gold, or, you know, kind of this pattern, the flower pattern with the gold that went with these as well. As most of you know, I'm not a pink person, so that was why I didn't buy the planner that specifically went with these. And quite honestly, the colors on this are muted enough that it really could go in my red one and it will be fine, and I probably will end up using them in there. But what we did for this class is we did, you know, we decorated a couple of pages in each one of these. So, you know, you've got something kind of interesting going on when you're using this in your planner. And this, I absolutely love this idea, and I'm totally stealing this idea when I do mine. She took some of the envelopes and the cards that Doodlebug sells. And they sell these assortments like this. A lot of scrapbook stores, I know Heartfelt here in Salt Lake has these individually, because I've bought them and used them for like Valentine's and stuff. And I've got some cards I'll show you here in a second that I used them on. You know, but she used them in a way that I would not necessarily have thought of using. So, you know, here you've got this page in the planner, you've got this little envelope. If you were traveling, you had receipts you needed to handle and, you know, keep track of, which is going to be me starting tomorrow for the rest of this week, you know, this is ideal. This is just perfect. And so here's that dot grid. Hopefully you can see that. My light's not real good in here today. But there's that dot grid paper there. And then on this one, she used another one of those cards, you know, put it in here, trimmed a little bit off the end, and then flip it up, and you could put a couple of pictures in here, so you've got them, you know, just with you as you're going about your day. And then on this one, you know, we did this little decoration on the front here. Here's another one of the cards that has been adhered inside. We actually just adhered this down the side because there's a little tag in here that you could pull out and put something on. I know because a lot of these ladies that are doing the planners right now are doing them more as kind of like a mini scrapbook that you're doing day by day, you know, writing down little things that happened, you know, and keeping track of things that way. And then this is just, you know, another one of the envelopes for the cards that just has been repurposed into, you know, just a little holder inside your planner. So that was really fun, and something completely unexpected, something I would not necessarily have thought to do with those. So I'm going to try that later today with the farm one. And then as part of we did the tag class. So, you know, Susie's always really good. She gives you the odds and ends packs from Doodlebug with this. Like, you know, she just doesn't give you the handful she wants you to use. You get the entire pack, and there's usually, I don't even know how many different little pieces and parts there are in there, but, you know, it's always a lot of them, and they're so cute and they're so fun. So she did a midnight card challenge, and I know I posted the picture of, you know, all of us that did it, and we had an hour. If you wanted to do one card, that's fine. If you wanted to see how many you could get done in an hour, that was fine too. You could enter all of them. I chose to see how many I could get done in an hour. This one was actually my last one, and this was out of the odds and ends and the chit chat pack, and I literally was sticking this stuff down, running down the stairs when they called to start the card swap. So this one didn't get 100% finished, but still, I mean, you know, how cute is that for as simple as it is? So that was one of mine. That's just my name tag. This was another one of them. So this one, I just took this little piece of Chit Chat, I popped it up on one of the background prints from the 6x6 paper pad for So Much Pun, and then I fussy cut just kind of a shadow layer essentially for that that piece of Chit Chat. For this, I added, you know, some of the sprinkles on there just to kind of, you know, draw your eye to that. Just another one of the Chit Chat pieces, and then I just put a small piece of the printed paper inside just so you just barely see that peeking out around the edge. This one, actually, this took me forever, which is so silly, I don't know why. Once again, the Chit Chat, I called it half-assed fussy cutting, because, you know, when you fussy cut, you usually very precisely cut around each little element of something, and, you know, no, I just wanted an interesting border. So I took some of that from the 6x6, I rounded the corner so it matched the edges of the card, and then I just kind of did my fussy cutting along the top there. You know, popped stuff up. I mean, these are like the little tomato and the peppers, and the little tiny chips are all from the sprinkles pack that has, you know, the nachos and tacos and the burritos, and they're just absolutely adorable. And then inside on this one, I just added, you know, the little burrito popped up again, and another piece of the paper from the 6x6 pad. This one, I'm not sure what that is. Same thing, you know, turned him upside down because, you know, they're popping out of the thing. Just, you know, same thing. Very, very simple concept. On this, I just took the, you know, that red pattern paper. I took a border off the sticker sheet that we had left from the tags, and then just popped all of this up. And I mean, you know, 5 minutes. 5 minutes to make that card, and it's cute, and, you know, it would be fun for somebody. And then this one actually cracked me up. As soon as they released this line and I saw the little beer and pretzels, I was like, oh my god, I love this. So once again, you know, something from the Chit Chat. This is popped up in the middle of this card. Added something so you see, you know, when you open up that layer, and then there's the inside. This was one of the 3x4 cut apart sheet with the Soap Honey line, and this odds and end piece fits perfectly over the little beer bottle that's printed on here, but you know, it just gives it some dimension. So that was fun. I have to say, I did not win the card contest. Reggie, and I'm blanking on Reggie's last name. Reggie is always in the card swaps, almost always in the card swaps that we do, and she does some amazing cards. So, you know, it was awesome. It was really fun. So, in fact, Reggie, instead of doing the card swap, there was one of the ladies that usually would come to the Doodlebug events actually passed away the week before this event, and instead of doing the card swap this time, Reggie put together these little packets with seeds with some wildflowers in there, and handed them out to everybody at the event to plant the seeds in memory of Cindy. And it was very, very sweet, and almost all of us were in tears, and it was just very cool. So Reggie wasn't in the card swap, she did this instead. So that was kind of awesome. And then the card swap. So I'll just show you really quickly, because, you know, card swaps are funny. Not all of them, you know, I've talked to other people at other things that, you know, they're just like, oh yeah, I don't usually do card swaps because, you know, I'll put a lot of work in, not everybody else does. Seriously, these ladies that come to these Doodlebug things, and really, you know, the events of Susie's that I've been to, you know, they put in a lot of work on their cards, and it's really fun. It's neat. So I'll just kind of quickly show you some of these cards that that I got through the card swap. This one was my friend Georgia, and I love like the embossing and the glitter effect and everything on this one. That was just a really fun one. And unfortunately, I don't know, other than a couple of people, like who actually made these cards, or I would give them a shout out, but only in a couple of cases do I know who made them. So this one was my friend Amy, and the card is actually acetate, which I love doing acetate cards where, you know, you have to layer everything just perfectly so you don't see it from the other side. But this one was really fun, and she even stamped the envelope with some Doodlebug stamps that she had. Let's see here. Oh, this one was my friend Vicky, and she did just this adorable box card. She used cupcake toppers for her little elements, you know, within the card, and then Doodlebug paper. So, you know, that's fun. And this one, okay, so my friend Charisse makes awesome cards, and this one was so cute. She actually designed the barn herself and cut it. She didn't use any kind of cut file for that, which I thought was just awesome. And then she built up the little ribbons, and then she used the doodle pops, and, you know, just did a little congratulations on the inside, because it's just, I loved this card. She had 4 different ones. She had the pig, she had I think it was the goats, the horses, and the cows, but this pig doodle pop is like my favorite out of all of the doodle pops with the farm line. Let's see here. We've got this adorable little Halloween one where the ghost is, you know, poking out the side and they've folded the paper. You know, way cute, pretty little flowers. And I'm not sure how she's done this, but this, I don't know if you can tell, it's like torn and inked, and I don't know. This one, I don't know who did this one. Oh, Armida Torres. I did talk to her. Yes, I love how she did this. This is just really cool. Yeah, because not everybody, oh, sorry, there's a name on there. Denise did that one. I usually stick, okay, Luann did this one. I usually try to stick something in mine, you know, so that you know who did them, and I didn't do it this time. Jennifer O'Connell, I mean, seriously, otters. How cute are otters? Otters are awesome. Let's see if there's a name on this one. Nope, no name on that one. But that's just a good, pretty, you know, general card for, you know, whatever. Whoops, I am stuck together here. Okay. Cute little Halloween card with a, you know, little spider web there. This one says Debbie. And then this one with the just because a lot, the official card swap had 27 people that signed up. That one's cute with the coloring and the little farm animals. And this one is, I think it says Deb Stover. Okay, so this one is Katie Fujimoto, and she always does these iris fold cards, and they are gorgeous. I totally, the next time I see her at one of these events, I'm going to have to make her show me how to do it. Because every time she does one of these swaps, she does iris fold, and they are just beautiful. I love these. Let's see, Debbie Meyer did this one, and it looks like he's like kind of layered up, so he's, I wonder how she did that. She must have the cut file. Yeah, because that one's kind of layered up there. Laura Lee did this one, and Laura Lee works at the other local store here, Mom and Me. And this one, I think this one like was kind of a take on a box card, if I remember right. But yes, okay, so this one stands up like that, and that's always a fun, you know, a simple, you know, type of a box card that, you know, really easy to do, but it looks really nice. So that was cute. And I don't have my card. My card, I actually gave my last one away. I didn't end up keeping one this time, but I'm actually going to remake it because I kind of want to change how I did part of it. And I'll post it when I do. And then this was, I don't remember her name, but we had a lady there that actually came all the way from Australia. So of course she used a koala because why not? And then this one was Tracy, and I don't know Tracy's, I can't remember Tracy's last name, but this bottom layer, it's these dies from Birch Press, and they are just beautiful. Like, you know, you can use them alone, or you can use them together where they get all layered like this. I mean, and it embossed like the little stitching look, and then this top layer is just this super, super intricate layer, and then I just, wow. I mean, wow. Those are really cool. I'm actually going to check those out. Let's see. No name on that one. Just another fun birthday card. Because we didn't have a theme on the cards this time, which kind of makes it easier. You know, and sometimes simple is awesome. Look how cute that is. Just a very simple, easy card, but it's beautiful. Let's see. Don't have a name on there. Graduation card. There. I loved this one. She didn't put her name on here either, and I can't remember for sure who did. I can picture her, but I don't remember her. Brandy. Brandy. Her name's Brandy. And this is all embossed, which I love embossing. I haven't embossed anything in a long time, but, and I mean, even on the envelope, she even decorated the envelope and embossed on there and did stickles and whatnot, so really fun. But, overall, it was a really good weekend, and we had a lot of fun. Oh, I know what else I was going to show you. Somewhere here. Aha. Okay. So, this is what I was working on all weekend. And actually, let's go back this way, because that's a little bit easier. So, I'm doing another mini. It's not finished. It's not even close yet at this point. I actually need to find my cardstock swatch book from, oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. 12 by 12 cardstock shop. If you have not found them already, they are spectacular. They ship so stinking fast, I can't even tell you. Their pricing is great, and they sell nothing but American Crafts, solid cardstock, and then they have Basil, I think glitter cardstock, but, and they are out of the swatch books right now. I know she did say something about that, but, yeah, I need to get this and try to match some of these colors, because I'm using the Simple Stories Say Cheese paper, and where the colors in this are all kind of muted, you know, to do some solid, like photo mats and whatnot, I'm kind of having a hard time here, so I need to just sit and, you know, match this up and see how close I can get and order some paper. And it's probably going to be rouge. That's pretty dang close. Yeah, so when I get this finished, and this one was definitely inspired by a trifold folio that Frances from Your Book of Memories did. I watched like her walkthrough of the book itself. I didn't watch the tutorial, so some elements may be very, very similar, and I would love to give her credit where credit is due, because, you know, she does some of the most amazing minis. They're so neat. And she does tutorials for all of them, which is even better. But, you know, so this is kind of inspired by hers, but it's not done yet. And it's got, you know, lots of different little things in here. You know, there's a pocket here. It just, you know, flips and flaps and, you know, the usual. So, and then that was a little magnetic expandable pocket right here. But, I got it built, and I had just started doing, you know, some of the pattern paper and stuff in here. So it's not finished yet. And then I'm going to be out of town for work all this week, so it's not going to get finished this week either. But, you know, just wanted to, you know, show you guys what I worked on all weekend. So, anyway, I am going to get started on figuring something neat out for my traveler's notebook, and hopefully everybody has a good week.